I paid all my dues. I was made in the country. I won't change just for you. The place I call my home is deep out in the woods. If you don't belong, you better keep about these woods. Like my trucks are loud and my car's real fast, and I love the sound of a shotgun blast. Come around acting all big and bad, then Mr. Postman, that's gonna be your ass. Now I pray to the Lord if trouble stays the hell away from us. But just in case one day it comes, I'm not afraid. I got 'em loaded up. It's in my blood, it's in my roots. I keep it real down to my boots. And they hate to see me winning, cause they say I'm born to lose. Might be true, but I ain't losing. I ain't making no excuses. In the land of the lost, you gotta keep it moving. On them back roads where the alligators crawl, in the swampland, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs, under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, land of the lost. God bless them all,
Come on.
land of the lost. New breed.
It was backwoods and fishing holes, wild hogs and tadpoles. It was bobcats and backhoes. We were haul ass on these back roads. A bunch of assholes and country hicks, outlaws and lunatics. They would chew tobacco, smoke cigarettes, and the breath smelled like old Milwaukee's best. Back then, no one even ever heard of meth, but nowadays everybody wanna flirt with death. You better hurry up the guy for the ones that's left. But between me and you, it's a hell of a mess. I mean, drive through the country, take a look around, y'all. You can smell the meth cooking like a fucking hound dog. And I put too many of my friends in the ground, or they locked in the pen and they ain't never coming out. Then the pills came and shit for real change. Childhood just don't feel the same. Daddy strung out and we got bills to pay, so we caught a case and got locked away. Back in the day, it was different times. I guess I came up in the nick of time, cause I still seen hell and been victimized. But I'ma get what's mine, cause I'm a different kind. I'm wide awake, I don't sleep good. I'm from Rock Ridge and Creekwood. In the deep woods, I was raised up, so this bullshit don't faze us. No government gon' save us. Ain't no way in hell you gon' play us. We prayed up, these masks off. In these last days, this is last call. Your soft ass won't last long. You better stand up and be a man, boy. Don't back down when it goes down. You better learn how to throw hands, boy.
On them back roads where the alligators crawl, in the swampland, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs, under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, land of the lost.
what so proudly wail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the free and the home of the
Absolutely looking into the playoffs tonight. We got Keith Hackney leading the way here tonight, followed by Robbie Richardson second, Daniel Worthington, Bobby Hall Jr., Justin White, your top five. And you got Wes Wiggins, Alex Healy, David Brackett, Alan Duranko, Nathan Mascroft, and Ron Morris Jr. tied for 10th. Then you got Josh Clemens, TJ Hanley, Adam Newbert, Ed Osborne, Brian Terry, Travis Twitty, all tied for that 12th position, but we are in the playoffs. Everybody that I just read off, their points have been set. The drivers sitting up higher due to the bonus points that they've earned throughout the season and different things along with that. So we're in for some exciting racing. Everybody's within striking distance now that we're into playoffs. Can't wait to see what's going to happen, who's going to come home with it. Lap number 40 is the information that I got. Keith Hackney is on top. Yeah, he's right below us. All right. Uh-oh. For some reason, he's muted in the server. No? He's not muted. It's Ron Morris. Never mind. That was not Keith Hackney that said that.
Oh, hey, I'm here. I'm here. No, I had to go. Use the restroom, sir. Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about that. Uh, I want to try to start out strong, here. Um, if I can possibly grab a win, that would be great. If not, I need to be up front to take some pressure off next week. Um, I think I'll be okay here. Honestly, I've never ran a league race here. I've ran a couple officials that I didn't finish because I got in wrecks, but I've never ran a league race here, so it's a first for me. Um, Granted, we're showing some good speed here. With the laps I'm turning. Um, let's look at Darlington. I feel really comfortable there. I'm really good there. So I mean, if the pressure's on, then I think I'll be okay. But I don't know, man. It's just being consistent. That's just that word that's been thrown around a lot within a couple of podcasts, and I want to try to just prove them wrong, man. To everybody. Obviously, from what I've heard in the podcast, there are a lot of people saying like I'm the odds-on favorite per se. Um, that feels good, but at the same time, that puts a lot of pressure on myself. Because all eyes are on me, just waiting for me to make a mistake. And we've did this a lot in dirt. When the pressure's on, you just got to be just keep a straight head, straight mindset, and just see what you can do. Man, TNL, first and foremost, Elite Performance, Dustin Hall on this beautiful truck he designed for me, actually 2 weeks ago. He's actually got me a beautiful one for the throwback next week. But all of them, custom cabinets back keys, Race Page Pro, NH Lens, Jason for doing whatever he does, and y'all for just putting on one hell of a broadcast that I can go back throughout the week and watch about 20 times. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Second place would be Robbie Richards. Let's find out. We get. He said let's do it, but he's just pulled out on track. So yeah. Honolulu. He's got it back. 5 right now sits Josh Clemens, Gary Jaworski, Alex Healy, Robbie Richards, and Akamai Proctor. Looks like Robbie Richards has finished his qualifying lap. If you want to bring him up. I got to find him now. Where'd he go? Oh, he's down in the staging area, so he's ready for us. Alrighty, here is Robbie Richards, man, sitting in second right now in points here in the playoffs. What's your game plan going into the rest of the season here?
Really just stay out of trouble as much as possible and have a good finish tonight, because Darlington is not one of my best tracks. So mainly, at least for tonight, stay ahead of trouble, finish strong, and get some stage points so we be set up. So we don't put ourselves in any type of position to be kicked out in Darlington. And then after that, we'll just see where we're at, and that's from there.
All right. Well, I feel like it's a bit of a dumb question at this point now, but you seem to have a bit of a monkey on your back here lately. Is there any kind of plan or strategy to try to avoid that and try to avoid the chaos?
Yeah, man, we definitely got one, and it's just stupid stuff. It's nothing that's some things possibly be my fault, but some things is just out of control here. Getting involved in wrecks, just things that just don't need to happen, especially with starting the playoffs. So we're gonna try to limit those as possible. Make sure pit road stays. Don't get the pit road. Stay out of trouble. Assess who's around me. Make sure they're because there's some guys in here that's just doesn't completely have it. Not saying that they're not any good or anything, but there's just some of them that struggle at certain tracks, and gotta watch out for them, and somehow try to figure out how to beat Keith Hackney. He's put on a good season so far, but with that, I also know he's got a lot of enemies too. So
absolutely. Well, we are rolling over into the race. I'm gonna give you just a couple seconds, really quickly, give you shout outs, and I get you back down there with your team.
Oh yeah, man! I want to thank everybody here at the broadcast. Make sure y'all guys here, Jason, all the guys at Bluegrass, the admins and everything. I'll kick here, all them, and we'll go strong and see what we can do.
Alrighty, Simbox, correct?
No, Misfits.
Misfits. I gotta find Misfits. Inside row number 2 from Flex Motorsports, the 113 of Daniel Worthington. To his outside, it's the 18, it's Gary Jaworski. Row number 4 to the inside, high side hustlers. Number 29 is Travis Twitty. To his outside, his teammate in the 9, it's Akamai Proctor. Row number 6 on the inside, it's the 48. He sits in second in points. It's Robbie Richards. To his outside, it's the Flex Motorsports number 88, Wes Wiggin. Uh-oh. Ron Moore's racing number 76. Ron Moore's Jr. to his outside. For number 8 is going to be the 42 of Ed Osborne. Row 10, 17 out of Georgia. It's Adam Newbert to his outside. The 21, CJ Mason.
Like a pro, bring it back, that's what's up.
I gotta go Robbie Richards this time. I want to see the monkey off his back. I want to see him have a good race. Falling back hard. You notice most everybody out there for the most part are migrating their way to that middle low line, leaving a bottom lane there. It seems to be where the speed's at, seems to be where the grip is at. That's a typical area where you normally see them here at New Hampshire, and it is working for them here. You got just a couple of drivers running the bottom side here. Zorski, we saw it through turns 1 and 2 the last time by. For the most part, everybody starting the single file out. We've got a couple battles going on the track. I believe that is with Bobby Hall Jr. and Josh Clemens right there for that 5th position.
Trying to get it smacking. Know my game plan. Trying to get it smacking. Know my game plan. Trying to get it smacking. Know my game plan. All day we keep on rolling up. 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 We keep on rolling up.
It is sound extremely difficult to run, and one driver that I've seen running a line I haven't seen here in a very long time. Saw TJ Hanlon would looked back just moments ago down on the apron into 3. It's a line I remember watching these races at this track when I was a kid, and then the new tire compounds and different surfaces and everything that these guys are able to run and start moving their way up the track. So it's nice to see a little bit of a change. Drivers running the odd lines, trying to make things work. Jaworski still hot on the heels of Keith Hackney, though, putting some heavy pressure on him here early on in this race. It looked like he just got a little bit looser. Good job recovering, though. Didn't allow much ground to be gained between him and Alex Healy throughout that Expect to see that quite a bit tonight. Drivers coming off the corners, getting on the throttle just a little bit too much. But look at the ground that he closes now through turns 1 and 2 on Keith Hackney. He's very quick through the corners, struggles a little bit coming off. If he can get the exits figured out, he will be the fastest truck on track, I think. Set your audio. I got word that they could not hear you. And Facebook's captions confirm it. But sitting in the top 5 right now, we got Keith Hackney, Gary Jaworski, Alex Healy, Daniel Worthington, and Bobby Hall Jr. Everybody's starting to spread out a little bit with 91 laps remaining here in this race. We still got plenty of pit stops to come into play, and I expect quite a few cautions. I expect drivers to start getting loose as the tires start to wear down they're coming out of the corners. I really expect to see drivers start to spin out.
Well, good thing about not hearing me, you didn't get to hear my pick. That's a good deal. That means maybe I don't jinx them. And, hey, each to their own. Keith Hackney, Gary Jaworski there, 1 and 2. A little further back is Alex Healy and Daniel Worthington and Bobby Hall Jr. rounding out your top 5 here at New Hampshire for round number 1 of the playoffs. And don't forget, on lap number 40, the stage break will happen. But look at Hackney now starting to pull away from Gary Jaworski as they come out turn number 4. So, that 69 truck, he said he didn't put, this ain't his favorite track. He's raced a couple officials. But right now, in 13 laps, he's been pretty much dominant.
He's been very consistent. Jaworski actually has the faster lap of the race. Alex Healy with even faster than both of those two drivers. He's not the fastest truck on the track, but at the moment he's sitting the most consistent. And that's what you really got to have for tracks that are more technical like this. There's no banking to hold these trucks in place. It's all flat track out there. And these trucks are carrying quite a bit of speed around this flat track. So to keep it consistent and do what you need to do to win, he's doing a very good job of it.
Well, we're looking right now at the 2 Justin White and the 88 Wes Wiggin, Nathan Mashcroft. Coming out of turn 4 the last time, Wes Wiggin and Justin White made a little contact on the exit of turn number 4. No harm, no foul. They continue on as now they're in turn number 3. As you look, Josh White running a little different line than Wes Wiggin is. Wiggin running a little bit lower line. But Keith Hackney, you're right, he's Mr. Consistent right now so far as we're on lap number 15. And if we look at the lap times on the board, there they are. With Keith Hackney and Gary Jaworski.
Yeah, for the most part, Hackney's showing the speed right there, showing that he is faster. You said Jaworski has the faster lap over the race, but Hackney's staying consistent. He hasn't had that little slide, that little bobble that we saw to Jaworski, so Jaworski's tires might already have a little bit more wear on them. Plus, he pushed, got the faster lap. He could have put quite a bit of wear on him. Everybody right now just single filing it out, playing it safe. I expect right around lap 25, these drivers will really start picking it up and start to do a little bit more battling out there on the track for those stage points. They're going to become extremely important now that we are in the playoffs for these drivers to hit their marks coming to the end of the stages and try to get those bonus playoff points for winning stages. So right now, them being calm and single filing out is not a surprise to me.
Well, you look right now in 20th position, see Ed Osborne there. In the 42, Michael McCluley. And there is Josh Lockwood in the 6th truck. And there's Brian Terry in the 13. In the 23rd position, going back up mid-pack there. You see the 5. And you see Robbie Richards. He started 11th, still in that 11th position there. Try to keep the truck clean. Try to gain some valuable points in the playoffs as he's currently in that 2nd spot. As now he looks underneath of the 5 truck of Nathan Mashcroft as he comes down the back straightaway. He'll fall back in line as they go into turn number 3. Travis Twitty having a good run tonight, currently in that 7th spot. As you see some 2 wide action there. That was Alex Healy and the 113 of Daniel Worthington. Side by side, that's the battle for 3rd and 4th on the track. Give it to Worthington for that 3rd spot. Healy falls back to 4th. The 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. now gets around Alex Healy. And look at Josh Clemens on the outside. So you got to wonder if Alex is having a little bit of problems right now, or is he trying to be conservative?
I think it's a little bit past the time for Healy to be conservative. He started at 6th, made his way all the way up into 3rd very, very quickly. He is the driver with the fastest lap out of everybody on track right now. So I think it's past time for him to be conservative. I think he's already wasted that time. It's go time right now as we're halfway to the stage once Hackney reaches the start-finish line right here. He's got to hold on for dear life and get that truck going to get as many points as he possibly can.
Well, right now the halfway mark in the first stage, he is showing dominance, that's for sure. There you see look at the line that Gary Jaworski right below the yellow line there. It turns 2. Trying to find that grip, the valuable speed in that truck. Bobby Hall Jr. currently in that 3rd position. And Josh Clemens and Alex Healy, your top 5. You got Josh White, Travis Twitty, Wes Wiggin.
Healy heading for the pits.
Alex Healy heading down pit road. And, maybe this is strategic. Don't know. Or something has broke or happened to that truck there. But here's your leader going into turn number 3. So Healy going to have to get on the loud pedal when he gets out.
Yeah, I don't really know on that one. That one's really surprising. He's going to mire himself a lap down here just halfway through the stage. Unless this is all they can run on fuel and everybody's at their limits, he's trying an early pit so he can get out and try to get back ahead before everybody else. This is a really interesting call to make for the driver of the 97 to come down pit road. But he cycles back around now. Our top 5, it looks like, is Keith Hackney, Gary Jaworski, Bobby Hall Jr., Josh Clemens, and Justin White now cycle into our top 5.
Well, even out of the race right now is Daniel Worthington into 113. He's started, let's see here, I believe in that 3rd position. Something happened to that truck. He's out of the race. So that's going to hurt him in points, especially going into the next round.
Absolutely will. And if I can get an update on what's going on with Daniel Worthington, I will do just that. See if we can't get any more information on that. But it's definitely not something you want for round 1 of the playoffs unless you're that confident at other tracks. You're just going to get show-up points and you go out and plan to win another race somewhere else in the playoffs and automatically advance you around. But definitely an interesting call to take a pit side this early. Here you see on board with Gary Jaworski running right down on that apron, taking it all the way to the grass. He's going to bring his truck down pit road. I'll take that back.
Yep, so now look at Keith Hackney over a straightaway lead now over Bobby Hall Jr. As you see Bobby Hall Jr. there in the 94 truck from Athens, Pennsylvania. Josh Clemens in his hip pocket from Buffalo, New York. Josh Clemens was your pole sitter tonight. Keith Hackney started on the outside, and at the green flag, Keith Hackney took the lead and never looked back. As Gary Jaworski still down pit road.
Uh-oh.
Caution flag rolling.
Well, that changes things up.
That does. And I'm not too sure what that was for.
Yeah, let me look here. Somebody did mic up and apologize. So we'll see who that was. I believe it was Akma Proctor.
Let's see.
Yes, it was. Turns 3 and 4. Mashcroft and Proctor make contact. Don't quite spin it out all the way. You'll see it right here. Proctor just pushes up the track. He does apologize and claim that one. So good on Proctor for that. He will head to the rear for that one. But good sportsmanship out of the driver from Honolulu, Hawaii. Made one heck of a trek all the way over to New Hampshire for that drive.
Well, the drivers are coming down pit road. Healy will stay out. The 38, David Brackett, staying out too. He's going to be your race leader. There's TJ Hanley staying out. Josh Lockwood coming in. Now you see the 18. Here's Jaworski.
So here's the kicker for you, Steve.
Healy
and Jaworski. Those two drivers were now a lap down due to green flag pit stops. Everybody else gets to pit under caution. Those two will get their laps back if David Brackett pits. As of right now, the 38 and the 08 are both yet to pit, which puts Jaworski and Healy still a lap down, unable to get their lap back except for the lucky dog for Alex Healy. So they're going to be stuck at the back of the field regardless. One of them very possibly a lap down.
Oh, they stayed out. Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Well, David Brackett, DJ Hanley up front. Oh, Gary Jaworski having some problems there. Let's take a look at that.
Very heated moment for him. And Daniel Worthington just stopped there on the front stretch for some reason. Very, very heated Gary Jaworski.
Well, your race leader has stayed out. That's David Brackett, DJ Hanley. Keith Hackney will restart in the third position. Let's take a look at this again. Oh. You see that?
Was that even the same one?
That was the aftermath of getting hit. Gary Jaworski definitely not happy with Daniel Worthington. Someone else got involved in that as we're getting ready for the restart. With David Brackett choosing the inside, TJ Hanley on the outside, Ridder Bertuppi, Hackney, and Bobby Hall Jr. Base car pulls in. Flag is out. Good start for David Brackett. There is the 69 truck of Keith Hackney. He closes up on the back bumper going into turn number 1 on the inside line. Brackett is your leader. Hanley on the outside of Hackney. Hackney gets a little loose there. Look at 94, looking to the inside of him. He has to get on the brakes there on the binders. because 3 wide was not going to cut it. As now you look at Bobby Hall Jr. moving up to that 3rd spot. Ooh, Hall will pass Hanley for 2nd. Now Hackney looking to the inside of him as David Brackett leads that lap. Oh, Brackett got a little loose there. Now you do race leader, truck number 94, Bobby Hall Jr. coming out turn number 2. Brackett trying to battle back on the outside with the older tires. He cannot hold him off. Your new race leader, Bobby Hall Jr. And there's Keith Hackney in the 69 truck. Still side by side with TJ Hanley. Hanley running the upper line there. And they're kind of holding up the field as you see them stacked up coming out turn number 4. Oh!
Yeah, 3 wide. I knew that was not going to end well. Adam Newbert goes around collecting several trucks. A 76.
Travis Twitty involved?
Who is in the 76?
Ron Morris Jr.
He went for a wild ride up on top of the wall. Now he's crab walking around the track. 3 wide. Coming off of the turn. Looks as though there might have been a checkup caused driver to get loose. When you check up like that coming off the corner, these trucks are already wanting to squirrel. So when you check up and drops all that weight on the nose, makes the rear end of the trucks kind of flick and want to just slide out from underneath you. And I think that's what we just witnessed.
As we took another look at the replay on board with Ron Morris Jr. You see Travis Twitty already spun around. 17 coming back up, clips the 76 of Ron Morris, and a wild ride he goes. Taking another look, you see the 3 wide. The 17 made a move to come down, and he clipped somebody's front end there. Then that's what got him into Travis Twitty.
There's a lot going on in that one. It really looks like...
You saw Nathan Nashcroft. You know, he got off the gas out of turn number 4 there. And you saw Newbert in the 17. That's when it looked like he came down. Maybe he thought there was something wrong with the 4. Maybe he's going to make contact.
Well, the 5 car there checks up. Newbert goes to look underneath them, and the 48 is just coming with a big run. I mean, it looks to me more of just a racing deal with those drivers just kind of meeting in the middle, getting stuck with nowhere to go. Just a lot of chaos coming off of turn 4. All I can say is I am glad I am not in race control shoes tonight.
Definitely. Thank you, Tasha, for locking it. Tana? And let's see here. Ed Jones locking the stream. Make sure to hit that like and follow button. You're watching live on Ultimate Dirt TV, Facebook and YouTube. Simulcast live on the Bluegrass Facebook page and YouTube channel, and dirtfan.com. The lights are out on the pace truck. Bobby Hall Jr. chooses... Actually, the lights are back on the pace car. Bobby Hall Jr. chooses the inside for the restart, which is going to make Brackett restart on the outside line. Let's see if lights go out this time. They do. All and Brackett row number 1, 2 is Hackney and Clements, TJ Hanley, Nathan Bashcroft, Justin White, and Wes Wiggin. Row number 4, row number 5 be Jason Bridges and Ed Osborne. Row number 6, Brian Terry and Josh Lockwood. Row number 7 be Alex Healy and Michael McCluley. And row number 8, BCJ Mason and Travis Twitty and Robbie Richardson at 17th spot. Akamai Proctor back on the track, a lap down. Worthington out, Alan Duranko out, Rod Morris, Newber, and Jaworski all out of the race.
Lights are out, set to go green here off turn number 4. Green, white checkered to the stage, being led by Bobby Hall Jr. Pace car is off, coming to the Geico restart zone. Bobby Hall Jr. on the gas, bring Keith Hackney right along with him. Those drivers that been quick all night long. Hackney led the majority of the first stage, now looking for that second position underneath of David Brackett.
As they're side by side out of turn number 2, down the back, straight away the battle for second. Brackett on the outside, Hackney to the inside. Right behind him is Josh Clemens, who was your pole sitter tonight. Hackney led the majority of the race until they made a pit stop under the first caution. But coming to complete, the white flag is out this time. Next time will be the checkered for the stage, as Hackney and Brackett still battling side by side. Some good racing. Now look at Nathan Bashcroft looking to the inside. Josh Clemens. Oh, a little contact between Hackney and Brackett. Brackett pretty strong on outside on those old tires. Haven't made a pit stop yet. But meanwhile, coming into turn number 3, Bobby Hall Jr. And look at this hornet's nest. Out of turn number 4. Let's see. It's going to be Bobby Hall Jr. picking up the win. Brackett, Hackney, Clemens, Mashcroft, White, Wiggin, Osborne, Bridges, and Hanley, your top 10 in the stage.
What a run to the end of that stage, being come home by Bobby Hall Jr. It looks as though, judging by the pit times, as though Bobby Hall Jr. took 2 tires and Hackney didn't take any. So different strategies coming into play for these drivers. I think Bobby Hall Jr. working out very well for him to be able to come home with that stage win. Good job on the pit strategy. Good job on the drive. Well done to him. He's going to pick up one of those valuable playoff points here for the season. And that should move him into 3rd on the points.
Well, the strategy game, BJ. The strategy game here. All about the points.
Yeah, this is when push comes to shove. It is the most important time of the season.
As you look at drivers coming down pit road, being led by Bobby Hall Jr. Let's see if anyone's brave enough to stay out there. As we see a couple. Healy there stays out. Michael McCooley stays out. There's Keith Hackney coming down to this pit stall. Josh Clemens.
Healy and McCooley both with lap 35 pit stops. And they both took tires during those pit stops, so they're in good position. They're in good strategy. Pitted on under that last caution. So that very smart drive by them, I think, to be able to get those good positions to start stage number 2.
Well, Bobby Hall Jr. made it first off pit road. Josh Clemens off second. Keith Hackney came off 3rd. But your top 5 look like this. Alex Healy, Michael McClooley, Bobby Hall Jr., Josh Clemens, and Keith Hackney. Your top 5 here at New Hampshire or stage number 1 of the playoffs here with the Bluegrass Truck Series. Little right side romance. You can see a little scrape on that 15 truck of Michael McClooley. Not too sure if he got into the wall or into a truck.
Well, he did come over the mic moments ago saying that he got hit under the caution, under the stage brake. So warnings going over the mics from race control for drivers for wrecking under caution. So it's definitely something to keep our eye on here tonight.
Now we got to see where will Alex Healy restart. It looks like he's going to restart an outside line. Lights go out of the pace vehicle. 60 laps to go, or a little less than 60. Alex Healy, your race leader. Michael McCluley in second, up 15 spots at the start of the race. Josh Clemens in third. Hall and Brackett and Hackney. The pace vehicle. These drivers are racked and stacked, and we're ready to let them loose. Set of turn number 4. The field will be in the hands of Alex Healy in the 97 truck. Hall looking strong. Hackney's look strong. It's in anybody's hands right now. The pace car looking to pull off to the inside into down pit road. As we come down to the Geico restart zone. Healy on the lap pedal. We're back to racing on lap number 46. So we have 54 laps to go until we get a winner here in round number 1 of the playoffs. Good start there for Healy as he started to pull away from Josh Clemens. Clemens on the outside. The 15 truck of Michael McCluley. He's falling back quick. Hackney and Hall split them. In turn number 3, coming out turn number 4. Give it to Hackney to that third spot. Alex Healy leading lap number 46.
Yeah, Alex Healy in 97. He's doing a very good job here right now. We saw him running in the top 3 earlier in the race, and it looked like he just used up his tires and stuff way too quickly. Now he's got a few lap older tires on that truck compared to the other drivers. Right now it's working for him. He's going to need to take it easy on those tires, not use them up. Put as little wheel input into it as possible. Keith Hackney coming quick, though. He's moved his way into second place. Already restarted, I believe it was 7th. Now sits second, coming after Healy in a big hurry. Josh Clemens coming right along with him.
These drivers are doing a good job. As we look a little further back there, you see the 42. That's Ed Osborne, currently running into 8th position. There's Robbie Richards sitting second in the points. Currently running 9th, TJ Hanley in 10th, up 11 spots. There's Nathan Bashcroft in 11th position. Brian Terry up to 12th. There's Jason Bridges. Akamai Proctor currently running in that 14th spot. Josh Lockwood in 15th. CJ Mason. And there's Travis Twitty. Heavy damage on that truck there. That truck is ill handling. But right now, Alex Healy better get the ass blaster out and start blasting, because Keith Hackney, he's on that ass trying to come out turn number 4. He wants that lead back.
He is pushing very hard right now, right up to the back bumper, coming off turn 4 that time. Starting to look underneath. Healy washes up high. He's driving a little hard into the turns. I think it's hurting him as he's not getting it to pinch down side by side now for the race lead. Hackney to the inside. He's at the door. Down on the turn, Healy washes wide again. Way up top now, Keith Hackney's going to take that race lead back. Good, nice, smooth driving by Hackney to take that position back. Healy now wanting to look to the inside of Hackney.
Healy not done yet as he's digging in deep there. Hackney running that middle line out of turn number 2. Bobby Hall Jr. in that third spot there, led in the first stage, won that first stage. Looking pretty strong in the Earl shop. Flex Motorsports driver, truck number 94 there. There's Robbie Richards, currently sitting at 7th position. He's been keeping it nice and steady all night long. See my friend, what does that say? See my
Looked like it said I set my friends on like. I'm not sure.
Let's see if we can see it again.
It's moving too quick. Somebody tell him to slow down so we can read that.
Now you got too close to the wall. Darn if you do and darn if you don't.
I'm going to mine. I'm going to see what I can find. Robbie Richardson,
I
48.
see my friends on fire.
I set my friends on fire.
All right, now we got it. Now we got this going. There's David Brackett holding on to that 5th position in that 38 truck. He stayed out, went the whole 40 laps without making a pit stop. That worked out for him. Now he's running into top 5. As we're on lap number 54 here. Now you see Bobby Hall Jr. looking underneath the 97 of Alex Healy. Now Josh Clemens sticking his nose underneath him as they come out turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Healy playing a little defensive mode now as he's starting to lose some ground as he did not pit under the stage break.
He's currently running on right about 7 lap older tires than the rest of these drivers around him. So he's got to play the defensive game. Tires wear out fairly quickly here at New Hampshire. A lot of sliding around on this track, and then he's running it hard when he first comes out on those tires. I think he's definitely pushing it a bit hard, and now he's got to play defense to try to keep it in position. You see there on the charts, Healy pitted 21 laps in and then 14 laps in. So he pitted on the same cycle, laps-wise, but different lap time because he pitted earlier on the first stage. So he's playing a bit of a strategy game. It's kind of a wild card. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out at the end of the race.
Definitely. There you see TJ Hanley and Ed Osborne battling side by side. That's for 10th and 11th on track. The 08 of TJ Hanley. Ed Osborne in that 42. They go to turn number 1. Osborne and Hanley. Hanley gets a, he inches away off the turn. Osborne inches away entering the turn. So those trucks there pretty strong right now. We see damage on the nose of the 42 machine. A little further back there is Brian Terry backed in that 14th position. Jason Bridges currently running in 13th. There's Akamai Proctor in 12th. There's Travis Twitty. That truck, it's seen better days. It looks like that handling is gone after that one, the second caution of the night.
Yeah, I'd say he took a little bit of right rear suspension damage on the truck of that 29 based on the way it looks like he's handling. Some other trucks out there have a little bit more damage, such as the 42 has more damage on the front end than what he does. However, when you get that damage to the suspension, the trucks will not drive correctly. If he got a hit to the front tire, his toe might be out, and he might not have the correct steering in the truck. He's doing a good job right now just maintaining and continuing to drive it, I think. There you see the 2-car of Justin White making his way around the 48 of Robbie Richards. That was for the 6th positions. So Richards having a good run for himself right now. He's made his way from 11th to 7th, trying to look for more, work his way forwards, kept the truck clean so far. He's doing basically everything he said he would do in the pre-race interview. So we'll see if he can make his way up there to the front tonight.
Well, the only thing he did say he was going to set his friends on fire. That's the only thing he did not say to pre-race interview. Now he looks to the inside of White. Going into turn number 3, cannot make it happen. He'll fall back in line. Justin White in that 2 truck. He's up 4 spots in the start of this race. He's kept it clean all night long. Bobby Hall Jr. trying to chase down your race leader, 69 of Keith Hackney. And, if you're Bobby Hall Jr., you're in it for points. BJ, do you push the issue or ride around in that 2nd spot?
I'm going to ride. I got to say I'm going to ride, especially seeing that there's lap traffic and Travis Twitty coming up in front. I am definitely going to ride it. This track is narrow. It's technical. Lap traffic's going to get in the way. You see the gap already closing just with that little bit of time that Hackney was behind Twitty. So Hackney now clears him safely. Now Hall's got to do the same. Twitty goes to the bottom, giving Hall the faster line up towards the middle top. You definitely, I'd say ride. You definitely got to ride at this point. It's way too early in the race to push. It's too early to be concerned with it. You've got pit strategies still to consider. A lot of factors left in play here.
Yeah, definitely. As we're on the cricket up cam, see the drivers coming down the front straightaway. Oh, the 42 was in the wall. That was Jason Bridges. Or what? No, it was Ed Osborne, I believe. In the 42. Hit that outside wall, kept it going. No caution came out. But he's losing spots in a hurry. Now back into 13th position. But Bobby Hall Jr., he's just riding along. I mean, got 36 laps to go. So anything can happen. I mean, there's still plenty of time to catch up to some more, or if Keith Hackney catch up to some more lap traffic.
There definitely is plenty of time left. And we've still got, I know, at least one more pit stop for these drivers coming. So Bobby Hall Jr. could be sitting back. He could be weighing his options. We saw him in the first stage opt not to take tires, or if he did, he only took 2 tires. So if he continues to sit back like he is, goes down for the pit stop.
Richards.
Oh, hold on to it. Oh no.
He tried everything.
Oh, man.
Off-road action going on.
Oh, man. Hard hit from Mashcroft on that one, too. Hope for both of those drivers' sakes that the handling will still be all right. Aerodynamics not a major deal here.
Oh, he hit the outside wall. Let's rewind it back a tad bit. And you look at him, you see Justin White right ahead of him. Hits the wall, bounces the truck down, he saves it.
Grass just forced him loose and slid him back up to the track, it looks like. Unfortunate for both those drivers. Heavy damage on both of those trucks. Hopefully for them that's nothing mechanical and it's all just body damage. Looking from Mashcroft's point of view now. He's up there, he sees him. Thought that he was going to slide all the way up. Does not.
That
just kind of bites
blew.
him. Oh, that is unfortunate.
As those two drivers down pit road, Keith Hackney, your race leader, Josh Clemens, Bobby Hall Jr., Justin White, Alex Healy, your top 5. I should be able to call him Haley the rest of the season because I played his national anthem.
Right?
Right.
I think you gotta get permission from his wife for that.
Yeah, I won't do that. It's either 113 looking to get a lap back. That is Daniel Worthington. Had some problems early in the race. Had to come down pit road for some repairs. can hear you giggle. We have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm listening to their conversation, and they have officially asked Alex Healy about his butthole.
Oh, no.
It says on the back of his truck, "Ask me about my butthole," and he said his butt. He said, "My sponsor requires that you ask me about my butthole. So thank you for asking."
There it is.
There it is. I had to pause for a minute when I heard Jason Bridges say, "I'm afraid to ask you about your butthole, but I'm gonna ask it." I had to wait. I had to stop and listen.
This driver's having a little bit of fun under caution.
It's always good to see too. Good
Yeah.
to see some good camaraderie.
Yeah. The pace car makes a hard left-hand turn. The field's in the hands of the 69K of Keith Hackney. He's in the Geico restart zone. He fires. Good start for Keith Hackney. Looking at two, Justin White to the outside of Josh Clemens as they go into turn number 1. Give it to Clemens. Oh, really close. There, him and Josh White almost made a little bit of contact. Out of turn number 2. We have a truck slowing down on the back straightaway. Bobby Hall Jr. and Jason Bridges are side by side. Bridges had to get heavy on the binders, not getting the back of Justin White there in the 2 truck. Out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. 29 laps to go here at New Hampshire. You're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Clemens now in that second position, doing what he needs to do early in the race. We saw him right off the bat drop back. The inside line just was not there for the drivers at the start of the race. And also looking at the way he's running now, I'd say he was definitely saving as well. You know, taking it easy, taking his time, saving up on his tires. If we look on board now with Bobby Hall Jr. He rides right now in that 4th position behind Justin White. White up 7 spots, doing a good job here tonight, making his way up through the field. Slow off the turn for Hall. Steve, what'd I tell you about doing the camera curse?
Yep, got a little loose off turn number 2. Lost some ground. Ball's back to that 6th position. Led some laps early in the race. There's Josh Clemens in that 7 truck. And look at him. He's closing in on the race leader of Keith Hackney. Gotta wonder if Keith Hackney's trying to keep it easy. So we look at the pit strategy on top there. We know, well, the drivers just made a pit stop under that caution. But you know they can go the rest of the way. So maybe Keith Hackney just playing it kind of safe, saving those tires, try to collect those valuable points at the end of the race.
Definitely got to be a thought in the back of your mind. The colder tires, I think, are what bit Bobby Hall Jr. there. I've seen it several times, especially at tracks like this. But it's definitely something to play in the back of your mind, knowing that you can go to the end of the race on fuel. Do you sit back and relax this early and let everybody else wear their tires out? Do you push, try to get those positions, but still find that fine line? What do you do at this point? And I think Hackney is in save mode. Josh Clemens just ran tied with the fastest lap of the race at 30:29, tied with Alex Healy. So he is on the move. He says it's go time. He's ready to roll.
He wants to pick up his first win of the season. Josh Clemens in that 7 truck, the Oculus number 7. Chasing down the Team No Love truck number 69K. There's Justin White in that 3rd position. Alex Healy in 4th. There's Bobby Hall Jr. battling with Akamai Proctor. That's for 5th and 6th on the board.
Yeah, Akamai Proctor there. Some good camaraderie, knowing that Bobby Hall Jr. was quicker. Allowed Bobby Hall Jr. to go by. Caution flag's going to wave here. Looks like Hanley going to be involved in this one. Jason Bridges as well.
Oh, Hanley just comes up and gets into the back of the 34.
Hanley did claim it and apologize for it. So did Bridges as well.
Well, let's rewind this a tad bit.
He's sliding there before contact as well because his wheel
Yes.
turns right. So looks like it's both of them actually.
Let's see here. There he is.
Yeah, so he's sliding right there. At the same time, Hanley's also coming up as well. So one loose, one push, and it looks to me as though they just met in the middle on that one.
Well, we have some people taking some pit stops. Alex Healy, Bobby Hall Jr., CJ Mason, TJ Hanley, Jason Bridges, Josh Lockwood, Michael McCluley, Travis Twitty, and Ed Osborne all down pit road. There's Robbie Richards getting the lap back. Heavy damage to that front end of that truck. As you see him coming down the back straightaway.
Very interesting call for those drivers to pit. But Bobby Hall Jr., Josh Lockwood looks like they took fuel only. Alex Healy, CJ Mason pull out of the pits. They took 4 tires by the looks of it. TJ Hanley, 4 tires and repairs. Twitty, McCooley, Bridges, Osborne, all still down pit road. All were involved in that caution. They are currently taking some repairs to their machines. Very interesting strategy calls being made.
That for sure. As with 23 laps to go here at New Hampshire, Keith Hackney, Clemens, White, Proctor, Brackett, Terry, Hall, Lockwood, Healy, and Mason, your top 10. Under your 4th caution of the night. Says 5 on there. The 5th caution was for the stage. As lights should be going out this time, Hackney will choose the outside line for the restart. Josh,
Shades.
Huh?
Just want to say shades of the initial start of the race here. Clemens the inside front row. Hackney the outside front row.
Very
You think
true.
we're going to see it? Do you think we're going to see the same thing we saw at the very start?
I definitely do. I think something's going to happen. Or Josh might get a good restart here. Might win his first race of the season. I mean, hey, it's playoffs. Anything can happen.
That's for sure.
As their drivers are racked and stacked, the pace car will make the hard left-hand turn down pit lane out of turn number 4. The field's in the hands of Keith Hackney as he brings them down to the Geico restart zone. He's on the loud pedal. We're back to racing here at New Hampshire. 21 laps to go. It's a shootout. As right now, look at Akamai Proctor and Justin White battling side by side. Good Akamai Proctor there out of turn number 2 for that 3rd spot. One thing you gotta look at is these other drivers that pitted. Did they take tires? Can they gain some ground with 20-something laps to go? Oh, Terry around. Big contact with Bobby Hall Jr. Let's take a look at your NLRA instant replay. Oh, looks like he just pushed up a tad bit.
It's like Terry with the early not really early entry, but backing up the corner, slowing down earlier than Bobby Hall Jr. did. So Hall swerved to the bottom to try to avoid him. When he did that, it kind of made it hard for him to maintain his grip at the bottom of the track, forcing him up the track into him. He does claim his caution, apologizes for it. So he will be heading to the rear, I do believe. Fresh to be heading down pit road.
Tough luck for him. He led early, won the stage. Now it's going to be all about him gathering those valuable points, trying to make his way back up there after making a deficit for himself. The 113, Daniel Worthington getting another lap back. See Hackney running the bottom there, trying to save a little bit of fuel. As we look at the pit strategy, Hackney, I don't really know why. We know they go 42 laps on the tank of fuel. And they're only in lap number 16 on this tank. So, each to their own.
If he's got the extra tires in the bank at this point in time, knowing you're restarting at the back of the field, take a few seconds to get some repairs done to that truck from that contact. Take the extra set of tires. You're starting at the back of the field. You're going to have to work your way through it. Get it gathered up and get rolling, have the fresh rubber, have the extra laps on your extra on the tires, extra laps of grip, and do what you gotta do. That's where I would go. I agree with the choice to pit for Bobby Hall Jr. Rolling,
Definitely. Alrighty, the closing stages here at New Hampshire with the Bluegrass Truck Series. Lights should be going out this time at the flag stand. Hackney and Clemens on your front row. Hackney looked like he's going to choose outside again. Row number 2 will be Akamai Proctor and Justin White. As we're coming out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Drivers are racked and stacked. We're fixing to let them loose. Keith Hackney. Can he pick up the win? His 6th win of the season? I believe he has 5.
Tell you in just a second.
Base car is in. Green flag. He has 5, trying to pick up his 6th win of the season. Green flag is out. Hackney leading the field down into turn number 1. Clemens looks to the inside. He's digging it deep and trying to sell it cheap, but he has to fall back in line as they exit turn number 2. Down the back straightaway is Hackney, Clemens, and Proctor. White in that 4th position. Healy in 5th. Under attack by David Brackett in the 38 machine. David Brackett set himself up good for the 2nd stage when he stayed out for all 40 laps. 15 laps to go. Keith Hackney, your race leader, he's under fire. Under attack by Josh Clemens. Clemens looking strong here in New Hampshire. Oh, we got one around. That's the 6th machine of Josh Lockwood. And we stay green.
He's off the track and out of the racing areas, so the caution will not fly for him. So unfortunate for that driver still out front, though. Keith Hackney followed by Josh Clemens. Akbar Proctor sitting in third. He's looking for his best finish of the season. Just 14 laps remaining. Healy in the top 5. He's got a good run going for himself. He's been up in the top 5 pretty much all night long with a smart drive. Looked like he was going to get himself in trouble with the green flag pit stop, and then the cautions coming out shortly after. He's made his way back to the lead lap, made his way back to the top 5. Pretty much been there all night long. So well done for Alex Healy. Just got to keep it rolling at this point. Josh Clemens heavy on the back bumper of Keith Hackney. Looks like it checked up there, forced him to wash up. Frees up Keith Hackney.
He does, and that allows Keith Hackney to get away from him a tad bit. But now look at it close on Keith Hackney in the middle of 3 and 4 there. Hackney with a good run off out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. As we're coming to 12 laps to go this time for Keith Hackney. Trying to get his 6th win of the season. There's Akabai Proctor. He's at 5 spots in the start of the race. Justin White currently sitting in 4th. Alex Healy in 5th. Drivers definitely doing a good job as we're on board with Alex Healy right now as he closes on the bumper. Justin White as he hit on the binders there. As they come down the front straightaway, 11 laps to go for these drivers. Josh Clemens, does he have anything for Keith Hackney in the Oculus number 7 machine? He's on the back bumper.
You know, right now those two drivers running right about the same lap times. At this point, it's all about who's going to make the mistake. Look at the massive run that Clemens gets in the entry of the corners. Hackney faster off the turns. Clemens faster through the turns, so it's still anybody's game, still very close at times. That time by, it looks like Clemens was faster right about a half a tenth. So Clemens is doing what he needs to do. 10 laps to go. He's heavy on the back bumper of Hackney once again.
Hackney under fire as they go with 10 laps to go, coming to 9. Clemens to the inside. He digging it. He's digging it. He is trying to sell it for all it's worth out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Hackney, you better watch out, sir, because Clemens is coming on strong. There he is. Oh, Clemens pushed a little bit. Hackney kind of diamonds the corner out a little bit.
Clemens now starting to look for the different lines and different opportunities. That time by, it really hurt him. The time between him and Hackney when they came off the corners, Hackney had the runs. Clemens lost a bit on him. But he's doing what he needs to do in order to try to make that pass. He's got to look for the windows of opportunities. He's got to try to find different lines that's going to work for him. Or he's just got to force a mistake out of Hackney. Put the pressure on that back bumper. Get him a little bit loose if you got to. Obviously, you don't want to take him out, but if you can get on the back bumper and force him to make a mistake, that's what you're going to have to do to beat Hackney right now. So we've got 8 laps to go.
8 to go. Now coming to 7 to go. You got to wonder if Clemens has used up his tires. Trying to run down Keith Hackney. 7 laps to go for Keith Hackney. Is Hackney, Clemens, Proctor, White, Healy, Bridges, Brackett, Hanley, Mason, Ed Hall, your top 10. There's Bobby Hall after getting into the 13, Brian Terry had to start tailback. Made his way back up to that 10th position. There's Akabai Proctor. I believe at one point he was a lap down or close to being lap down in that number 9 truck. Currently running in the 3rd position. Hackney pulled away from Josh Clemens. A little further back, there's Jason Bridges. He's under attack by the 38 of David Brackett there. TJ Hanley currently running 8th position. There's Bobby Hall. There's CJ Mason in the 21 truck. And there's Brian Terry. And there's Robbie Richards, who came into tonight in the playoffs. 2nd in points. Had a little rough end for about 20 or so laps ago. Early running in 12th, there's Josh Lockwood. There's Travis Twitty. And Michael McCluley there. 5 laps to go for Keith Hackney. Down the back straightaway to Team No Love. There's Clemens. Clemens about to set his grave early. wearing out those tires.
And he drove the absolute wheels off of it to get into the back bumper of Keith Hackney. Now he is struggling to keep up with him. So while he was looking at those different lines, looking for everything he could to try to get by Hackney, very likely he just absolutely wore him out, wore his chances of a potential race win completely out of those tires. Right now, Akamai Proctor starting to come on strong, though, looking like he's going to be able to put pressure on Clemens here momentarily. Just 3 laps to go. Can he get to him? Find out in 3 laps.
Hackney looking for his 6th win of the season. Clemens looking for his 1st win of the season. So is Akamai in the 3rd spot. Your top 3 looking pretty strong. There's Justin White in that 4th position, and Alex Healy in 5th. Healy did a different pit stop in the first stage. Came down on lap number 20 under green. Caused him to go a lap down early. Got it back on the following caution. 2 laps to go for Keith Hackney. As you see him right now coming out of turn number 4. Barney, the iRacing flagman's waving the white flag. 1 more to go for Keith Hackney, as he's looking for a 6th win into turn number 1.
Doing a fantastic job. All he's got to do is stay smooth and not make a mistake in this race. Is Keith Hackney's at this point. Clemens right there in 2nd, down into turn number 3. Nice and smooth for Hackney through turns number 4. Now down the front, straight away they come. Keith Hackney's going to pick up race win number 6 on the season here for the first race of the playoffs. Josh Clemens 2nd, Akamai Proctor 3rd, Justin White 4th, Alex Healy in 5th. Nice drive all night long by Keith Hackney. Come home with win number 6, win the first race of the playoffs.
What a good start for that team. Looking strong. Setting himself up for a championship here in the Truck Series. As we take a look at your race results, your official race results, all Hackney with the win. Josh Clemens coming home in 2nd, Akamai Proctor in 3rd. Justin White coming home in 4th, Alex Healy in 5th, Jason Bridges in 6th, David Brackett in 7th, Bobby Hall Jr. in 8th, TJ Hanley in 9th, 10th is CJ Mason, and Robbie Richards coming home in 11th.
Brian Terry in 12th. Josh Lockwood, Travis Twitty, Daniel Worthington rounding out the top 15. Michael McCooley, Ed Osborne, Wes Wigan, Nathan Mascroft, Ron Morris Jr., your top 20. And rounding out the field is going to be Alan Duranko, Adam Newbert, and Gary Jaworski.
All right, we'll be right back with post-race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Keith Hackney picking up his 6th win of the season. And let's see here. Looking at the staging area, we got 1 driver here. Waiting for your race winner and Akamai Proctor. Waiting for them too. Josh Clemens already waiting to get it over away with. Let's see here.
Just waiting on Proctor now.
Well, BJ caught up with the race winner, Keith Hackney.
Trying to have caught up with the race winner, the man leading the points right now in playoffs. Keith, you talked before the race about how this wasn't one of your strong tracks, but I'm not gonna lie, you look like a liar out there.
Yeah, the track. I don't know. I guess it came to me. The track changed. Like as far as like that first green flag run and then that last green flag run. I got really really tight at the end, and I was playing with my brakes, trying to get it to free up on entry. Granted, it got better. I seen Josh. He was there. He tried to pull up beside me a couple times, but the line that I was running and his entry, I feel like maybe he was burning his right front up a little bit, and I was saving my tires for the end a little bit, I guess. And you could really tell at the end. I changed my line to the middle instead of that cut down, and I was able to pull away a little bit. Um, man, I'm this is amazing, bro. Just coming over here and having a lot of success, and I've practiced a little bit, believe it or not. I have not practiced really at all here for we've had 2 weeks to prepare, and I practiced maybe 50 laps on my own, and then whatever we had in this session whenever it opened up, which I think is another 40 laps that I did. And that's it. And I'm just man, I'm happy. I came here to do one thing, and that was win. And it was good racing up front, clean racing up front, and you just couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Definitely worked out for you. Dropped back. I think the first we saw you back was 7th, and it only took you a lap or so to make your way back up there into the top 3, and then shortly after take the lead back. So strong truck all night long.
Yeah, he Bobby took right side tires on that first stop. I kind of figured he did something because he zoomed by me on that restart. Granted, I was pinned on the bottom, and on older tires, it's really hard to run that line. And I didn't really know how this race was going to play out, and I was leaving that extra set in the bank in case I needed it at the end. But it all worked out. I knew if I could have got to just some clean air, I was going to be all right. Which I was every time I was up front. Um, right there at the end, I'm not going to lie. If we didn't have those 2 cautions, I don't know if I would have made it on fuel. And I was glad, very fortunate for them. I think it said I had maybe a gallon left at the end coming to the white flag. So I'm very usually any other stream or I mean any other race that we run, I always say I hate cautions, but in this fact, I loved them.
Fair enough. So congratulations again on your race win. Go ahead and thank your sponsors, shout outs, everybody that makes it possible.
Like I said earlier, man, Team No Love, just good people. We've got some individuals on our team that's going through some things right now, and I just want to prayers for all of them. Make sure they get through whatever they're getting through. Elite Performance, Race Page Pro, NH Lens, Custom Cabinets by Keith. Y'all for broadcasting this, Jason for putting this on. Just everybody, man. Just there's a ton of people that makes this go round and round. Dustin Hall on this beautiful truck for this week, and like I said, I can't wait for next week. There's a beautiful truck next week too. Also want to give a shout out to a very close friend of mine. I played football with him after high school and semi-pro, and he was only 30-something years old. I don't really know how old he was, but he passed away Friday from a heart attack, and he was a really good friend of mine. And I just want to dedicate this race to him and his family, and I think they're watching. So just shout out to all of them and prayers be with their family. And I got to give a shout out to Tasha for allowing me to do this.
Well, I played the song a little bit longer during the race, and it was just so it could give you, what does it say? It was your good luck charm tonight, since I've been called favoritism with you, like that. I played it longer. I thought, you know what? Let's give him in the rhythm. He go to-dum, to-dum.
Well, oh yeah, one more thing since I'm right here. I want to give a shout out to Bryce. He didn't pick me again in the podcast. I remember seeing it and he was like, nah. Well, maybe next time he will. And Healy too. Damn it. Even though he was in the race, I'm still here. And that just that gives me extra motivation to try to run up front in these races. So I just want to give a shout out to them guys, and we'll see what next week's podcast holds for us.
All right, Keith Hackney picking up the win here at New Hampshire in the Bluegrass Truck Series. All right, coming home in second, Josh Clemens. Josh had a good run there, and it looked like, you had something for Keith Hackney. It looks like your tires just warm out a little too quick.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was a pretty fun little battle. I felt like I was rolling the center pretty nice, feeling like I could get some momentum on him, but missed a couple breaking spots there near the end and just took it a little bit too wide and used up the stuff a little bit. But hats off to him, and high side, we had a good race today.
Well, tell us about your race. You started I believe you started on the pole. So we knew you had a quick car or a quick truck. You fell back a little bit. Was you just pacing the majority of the race?
Yeah, I was just trying to feel out the start of the race. I was surprised by how quick everybody got off on me out there, but luckily we got some timely cautions near the end of the first stint, so we could maintain that track position, and then a couple more cautions were there, just trying to serve with a lot of the race, and beating people off on the pit road was key to the track position tonight, and it was a fun race. Heart's still going for sure.
Well, definitely, and good points night for you too in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll take that, especially when I'm 15th and I have no bonus points. So, as much as I can try to get above the bubble and make up on the guys that got some bonus points during the regular season, that's definitely key.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. You're right, Jason Bridges. You're right, sir. All right, Josh, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Bluegrass Truck Series for putting on this race. UDT for streaming it. You guys do a wonderful job. Kinder Performance Group and Roasted Gems Coffee. Thanks for riding along with us this whole season. And shout out to my wife, who tomorrow we're going to be expecting our baby boy tomorrow. So I love you, and you're doing great, and strongest woman I know. Thanks to the High Side Hustlers for all the practice time, and yeah, let's on to Darlington, and hopefully you can maintain this momentum.
Awesome. Congratulations on your second place finish, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. That's Josh Clemens coming home in that second spot tonight. And BJ's caught up with your third place finisher.
Sure, and I've caught up with the driver of the 9 machine, Akamai Proctor. Man, you came home with your best finish of the season here in the first round of playoffs. Tell us about that race a little bit.
Man, no, that was a really fun race. We got racing at the end, man. It felt like almost last season with getting a nice little run there at the end, except for all the cautions.
Well, you fell back a few times. You came forward a few times. It seemed like you just kind of yo-yoed back and forth through the field. What do you think the key factor was to get you back up there into the podium position at the end of the race?
I didn't really push the tires too much. A lot of these guys are pushing in deep, and I kind of saved my tires a little bit. Just kept the tires on for a long time at the end and kept it going. I knew I was going to start off before the stage and not burn up the tires, not try to go after stage points. There's no point for me going after stage points. I'm not in the playoffs. I'm looking for points for the butt kicker. So I just been practicing a lot, been hitting the sim rig this week, and changed a lot of things. Changed up the computer, changed up some parts on the sim rig, and it showed this week.
Definitely worked out in your favor this week. Coming home with your best finish on the season at 9 machine. Go ahead and thank your sponsors. Shout out to everybody who made it possible for you.
All right, well, we gotta make sure we gotta give Jason his shout out, man. He does a lot of work for the league, all the admins, all the race control people, all the sponsors for the race league. But yeah, for me, I don't have any sponsors, man. I'm just a one-man crew. Oh wait, I do gotta give a shout out to my High Side Hustlers. guarantee that's my team. That's the High Side Hustlers. Without them, this league would be really hard. I remember doing this without them last season, and it was really hard. But other than that, man, I'm a one-man crew that comes out of Honolulu, Hawaii. If you guys want to check me out, come check out my Twitch channel, Twitch TV/MO_BETTAH. That's Mobetta. And that's it, man. We don't really have a team. I don't have anybody making my paints. It's kind of just me and the High Side Hustlers.
Alrighty. That is Akamai Proctor, everybody.
All right, Keith Hackney picking up his 6th win of the season. Can anybody stop him? Well, on to Darlington, but tomorrow night, the Xfinity Series here at New Hampshire. BJ, we're going to have some fun in the Xfinity Series. I mean, it was fun watching in the trucks, but, a little bit more power, a little bit more, let's just say, maybe some more egos? How would you say that?
Don't we always have more fun in the Xfinity Series? I would say, I would definitely say more egos. We got drivers that are running in a higher class, higher series. I would definitely say more egos.
There you go. Well, also, this Thursday night, we're going to get a quick shout out real quick. This Thursday night, the Pro Late Balls are back in action with the Bluegrass iRacing Series 10 race stint. There is a $25 charter charge. Covers the championship for the season. Still time to register. You're in a Pro Late Balls, an open setup. And season number 2 opens this Thursday night. So go ahead and get signed up. Tell your friends. Go on to the Facebook page of the Bluegrass iRacing Series, and they can get signed up. They can tell you what to do, where you need to be at, and anything else in between. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. We're going to sign off here saying good night, God bless, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night, same time, same place.